Okay guys, now it's a very, very busy festive period for us. We've got 3 games in 5 days, and as you are all aware, the second of those games is away at Old Trafford. Now, I'm not saying that we're not trying to get the win, because it would be very nice if we could do that, but we'll be treating this like a Europa League game. It's not like we've ever beaten Manchester United anyway. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Bill and welcome to Season 6, Episode 7 here at Sheffield Wednesday, and today it's festive fixtures of sorts, December 28th and New Year's Day against Manchester United and Tottenham, both away from home. So 2 toughish games, and well, we've kind of Europa Leaguing the Manchester United game because I want to try and get 6 points if I can, but we'll get back to that more in just a second. The big news since last episode is we've had our youth intake preview. Now, we can see here, as ever, the killers down the bottom line there. Don't expect too much from this youth intake, but there's lots of wingers in the system. There's one attacking midfielder, a young Englishman from Rotherham, so we'll keep an eye on him, as it says, but that's roughly it. A lot of wingers, doesn't say they're good, and one good attacking midfielder. But, if we get one out of every youth intake, that's not too bad. But obviously time will tell exactly how good that youngster is going to be, and we'll just keep our fingers crossed that he is indeed going to be a very, very good player for us. Now, we have one game to catch you up on. That was against West Ham on Boxing Day. Of course, they were very good last year, weren't they? Finished 5th to our 6th. So let's go the other way around. They finished 6th to our 5th. Anyway, let's go see how we did against them. Samare gave us the perfect start. And we were 2 up inside 5 minutes when Oliver Brummer finished some good passing. Razzini made it 3-0 via the keeper and the post, before Cook smashed in our 4th. And Razzini pounced on another goalkeeping error to make it 5-0 at half-time, before Jabing added a 6th in the second half. So, just wow, we were absolutely brilliant in this game. Played them off the park, and we scored early, we scored too early, and then we just never looked back. It was absolutely brilliant. 18 shots to 3, XG tells a story. They looked quite poor, to be honest. But if there was a little bit of bad news to come out of this, it was for Martinez, who has picked himself up an injury. Now, it's only a sort of pulled knee ligaments, 7 days to 2 weeks, as you can see there. But obviously, in the festive period, and with Del Prato out with his broken toe as well, it's not ideal. It's really, really not. That means we're going to have to play Rooks, or however you say that name, at right back at Old Trafford. And what could possibly go wrong there? Let's have a quick look at the league table, see how things are getting on. You can see we are still 3rd in the league, which is good. Chelsea have already played today. We have the Sunday game. I can't remember what. Anyway, they've already played, so that's not bad. Liverpool is still obviously within striking distance of us. If we have any ambitions of winning the title, which I don't necessarily think we do, but we could catch Man United for second, a win here would be absolutely huge, because that'll take us to the halfway point of the season. So yeah, that would be nice. And of course, Tottenham is the second game. I think, did they draw, or did we beat them, or did we lose to them early on in the season? We got a 1-1 draw at home. So it would be nice to try and turn that around and beat them at their place. Let's have a look and see what we're doing here at Old Trafford. Now, as I said, I fielded a very strong team against West Ham, and we're going to field that same team against Tottenham with the hopes of taking 6 points over the festive period. And this is now a completely rotated side, apart from the goalkeeper, but a completely rotated side back to the European squad for Old Trafford. And we'll just, if we get anything from this, I think it's a bonus. So Bevquar goes in goal, Timon, Murillo, Basia and Rooks as the right back. As I said, it's not ideal, but just injuries mean he's the only really sort of fit right back that we have. McCrory's going to come in and start this one in place of McQuaid, just for a bit of leadership on the field. It's Augusto and Clarkson in midfield. Edwards and Garner. Can he take his European goal-scoring form into the league? Petkovic will go up top. Couple of names we haven't seen before on the bench. João Arentes, we'll try and give him some game time, possibly in the second half if the game's going well. And our young winger that we got from the Netherlands, we'll try and get him on the field, I think, regardless of how it's going. He is potentially a very, very good player, but of course he hasn't been able to be registered in the European squad. I don't think he's played for us yet. Maybe in the League Cup game. I can't remember if we played in that or not. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this team does. Can the European squad do it on a well, an afternoon in Old Trafford. Alright, so we can see the team sheets there. I mean, it's a decent team they have, isn't it? What do we say to this? Show them what you're capable of. We could probably get on board with that, I think. Let's point our fingers, say we have faith in them to go out there and make a difference, and just see if they can carry on this European form. It is actually, I think quite an interesting game for us, because we will get an idea of exactly how good, this formation, this team is. If we can go into Old Trafford and get a result, or at least put up a very strong performance, then we know, I think anyway, we know that we can maybe look to use this team a little bit more in the knockout rounds. Obviously, if they come here, get completely outplayed, then, then it starts to get a little bit, we'll have to reconsider what we consider to be our best team, or the best team to get results, perhaps, in Europe. But yeah, I mean, it's just good too, because obviously we can play the guys that aren't registered in Europe, or we can at least have them on the bench. It looks like we're going to have a free kick to defend here. Diallo stands over it. Edwards has got himself a booking, which isn't ideal. Oh, Beverquaz there, headed behind, was it? But maybe a little bit of luck there. Let's give them some encouragement. We've got a corner now. Can we get this away, please? Petkovic is there. It's fallen for Diangana. He heads it on to Edwards. Now, Edwards, we know what he can do on the break. He's got players getting through the middle, but on this occasion, he trips over the ball, and that'll end the highlight. It's not particularly good so far, is it? But you know what? If we can... Oh, I won't say that before we get this away, and we don't get it away. And I was just about to say, if we can get to half-time without a goal, we'll have done quite well. A silly goal to concede from a set piece. Time on completely. What is it with our left backs and defending from set pieces this season? Just completely asleep, wasn't he? Alright. Let's go at them a little bit more here. We were trying to keep it tight. And, you could argue we were doing that. They hadn't created too much from open play, but now we're behind. We'll go at them again and see what we can do. As I said, we do have the option to stick a number 10 in with Arente, who is, you could see, he's a good young talented player. There's a cracking ball for Petkovic. He's in behind here, and Petkovic can't beat De Gea in goal. Dave the Save, or whatever he's called. We've got another corner to defend. Can we try and mark up this time? They go back post again, and off the line by Leighton Clarkson. And what is Timon doing? And, Rashford off the crossbar. We look an absolute shambles from a set piece. And we've got first half stoppage time, more or less. Diangana, can he reproduce his European magic? No. McCrory nods it down there for Clarkson. Clarkson, that's a decent ball. Oh, just didn't quite break for us. Basia should pick that up. He does. McCrory. Oh, what is that pass, mate? What is that pass? And they're in behind. Don't get a second. And they've put it wide. I wonder if we just look to lower the tempo down a bit. Yeah, I mean, that's been quite disappointing, hasn't it? Now, maybe we could look towards us being fresher in the second half. Yeah, that wasn't good enough. We're not happy with that, boys. We have completely changed the team, whereas it looked like they did have a few tied legs out there. But, yeah, I mean, Rooks was only playing a 6.4. It's sort of his first, what would you say, big challenge outside of Europe. Here we go with Clarkson getting forward. He's got Petkovic and Edwards. He's offside. An absolute mile. He can't finish anyway. We've got Diangana on the bench. It's not Petkovic's day, is it? So we'll make that change. Diangana is proving himself to not be a player that can play in the league. This is an absolute shambles. Basia, he hasn't given away a penalty. I think what we might do is we might take Diangana off for the young Dutchman. What is wrong with Timon? Can we take him off? Now, that surely wasn't the highlight. Can we go up the other end now and make me regret making these changes? To be fair, I mean, we've come to Old Trafford and looked worse than this as well, so maybe I'm being a little bit harsh. Diangana is in here. He's got Edwards with him. He's got... Oh, Diangana! How has he managed that? A 10th of the season? We need to play him more. He's the world's best player, apparently. What a finish from Diangana. I honestly didn't think he had any chance of scoring that. De Gea will want that, but it's a stunning finish across the goalkeeper, just inside that far post. Suddenly it's 1-1. And, well, it's game back on, but for how long? As Manchester United have a throw, McCrory heads that down. It's picked up there by the Manchester United player, and they come at us again. Taimon has that. Forward for Giordano, sorry. He gets past one. Clarkson's with him. It's tackled away for Diangana. Diangana's in again here. Diangana goes for the chip. Oh! So unlucky for Diangana there. Another highlight begins with a Manchester United throw. It looks as though they are essentially dominating the game, aren't they? We just have a bit of a threat on the break right now. Rooks has let his man go there. He's gone so far, and thankfully that doesn't go in, because that would have been a bad one to concede. Another highlight. Giordano can't quite get to it. We should have maybe been putting this pressure on them to start with. We do look a lot better, don't we? Something else I am just sort of considering as I sit here is whether we go back to 2 up top. Although I have sort of taken one of the main strikers off. Hannibal's comes on. Nice to see him again, though I wish he was playing in a blue shirt, not a red one. Cross in. It's from a corner again. Let's try a demand more. If we were to go back to our regular formation, it would be striker that's a problem. We know that Diangana does have the attributes to play as a striker. Giordano can play most positions, as a striker I should say, like most roles is what I'm trying to say, I think, as a striker. So let's maybe go with this. We'll switch them around. Giordano as a complete forward, probably. We'll bring Arente on for Edwards, who's not having a great game. And maybe we just see how this goes. We don't really have too much to lose. Yeah, although you could argue we've been a lot better this second half. I do think the game essentially is one-way traffic of them attacking us and us trying to hit them on the break. Now, we've got a chance to do just that here. That's a poor pass. And they do come back the other way. Taimon, can he finally defend for us? No, he cannot. He's getting an absolute schooling out there, isn't he? And Hannibal almost comes back to haunt us. Alright, that should be the changes. We get a look at João Arente's here as well now, which will be interesting. And let's see if the change in formation, if we can catch them out a little bit. Murillo to Taimon. Diangana making a run. Taimon, can he at least do something getting forward? No, he can't. Who do we have on the bench for him? Where are you, Taimon? No one. It would mean bringing MB on, and we don't really want to do that. McCrory's having a bad day as well. Let's get McQuaid on for him, and that'll be all our subs done, of course. And, well, thankfully this time we can defend the header at the back post. It's not, the game hasn't changed though, has it? It's still Manchester United attacking and us just trying to get them on the break if we can at all manage it. So, can we win that? We kind of can. Rooks is absolutely done. Basila's there and Bevacqua makes the save. Here we go. A highlight starting with us in possession. Could this be the sign? Here we go with Rooks getting forward. He gets it tackled away. Giordano's there though. Plays it across field. What are we doing with our passes? We've gone back to a high tempo, haven't we? Because we changed formation. I wonder if we just need to tell him to calm down, actually. Can Clarkson get a block in here? Don't give away a penalty. 10 minutes to play. I mean, Taimon is only playing a 6-3. Let's try a calm down and see if that helps at all. It's another highlight. I'm curious to see what you guys think of this performance. It's, as I said, we've not just come to Old Trafford, we've played them before and been beaten a lot worse than this. So there's an argument to say that this, considering its sort of second string, has not been too bad at all. But the game has really taken the pattern of us clinging on desperately. You can see our fingernails in the turf at the edge of the 18-yard box as we desperately try and cling on. Yeah, but we also haven't maybe done too badly. But that's going to be it. 2-1, we go down at Old Trafford. As I say, not the worst result. Goal difference has hung on there. Bevilacqua and Murillo can hold their heads high, and they're about the only two, aren't they? The fullbacks were just done. They were. I can't be happy with that, boys. I think I'm not happy with that performance. So there we go. We fall to a 2-1 defeat. I think that just about ends any title race that we maybe had hopes of. I think we're kind of in the battle for third now, which is, I think, what we knew anyway. But Diangana's on his radar. Who's that? The Sevilla boss. Do we sell Diangana? I mean, he's scoring for fun. He's proving himself to be a very, very useful player for us. I don't think we want to do that just yet, do we? But anyway, guys, wait right there. We'll be off to... where are the Spurs play? This is Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for the second game of the festive fixtures here. Can't speak today. So yeah, wait right there for that. Okay, welcome back. We're getting ready to face Tottenham, but a little bit to catch you up on. Retzini, as you can see, has won the European Golden Boy, so well done to him. Best young player in Europe is what I believe that means. So yeah, completely deserved. Wonderful stuff. And the best news is we are at January 1st. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we haven't had an inquiry about him yet, so that's a positive. Other good news to catch you up on is that we have returned our... almost complete dominance of the Young Player of the Month award. It's something we've been keeping track of on the Discord. Link to that in the description if you're not already part of it. Belyasov this time around won it. You can see Eduardo there in third. If we have a look at how it's been going this year, we did lose out last month. But prior to that, we had won it every month. We thought maybe we could do a clean sweep, and given how many young players we have, we probably should. But Connor Robinson, unfortunately for us, decided to go and ruin our fun on that one. So maybe we need to give him a scout, given that he's the wonder kid and we don't have him yet. So yeah, that is that. Now, one other thing that had been raised in the comments, I think it was, and that was to have a look at who had come down from the Champions League into the Europa League. Now, if we have a look here, this is the first knockout round. Now, of course, we've got to buy through. Juventus are obviously a big team that's dropped down that we'd probably want to be wary of. But other than that, Lyon perhaps. There's not really too much there, and if we go and have a look at who all the group winners were, I think we can see, with the exception of maybe AC Milan, Villa, but you know we should be able to beat them. Valencia, Monaco, Lazio, and Bayern Munich. It does look winnable, doesn't it? It really does. I think Juventus will be tough. I think Bayern Munich will be tough. But everyone else there, I mean, AC Milan look as though they could be quite tough as well. But everybody else there, we don't really have any need to fear them, I don't think. We're a good Premier League team, and a good Premier League team should be able to beat most of what's sitting here. Valencia could be dangerous as well. Lazio perhaps. But yeah, I think it's looking as though it's something we should be trying to win, I think, this year, and that would, of course, get us into the Champions League as a seeded team. But let's have a look and see, a top-seeded team, I should say, and have a look and see what we're up against here. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from them, but with wing-backs, so very attacking, with 4 at the back. This is the team we're sending out. We're more or less going back to full strength. Obviously, right-back is still a problem. Del Prato has just come back from injury, but we can see there, absolutely no match fitness about him whatsoever, so we're not going to risk him for this one. It's Bevilacqua in goal, it's MB and Rivas as the back two, Rooks and Belyasov down the wings, Cook, Samare and Eduardo in behind, Jabing with Bruma and Razzini up top. This is, actually, do we want you on the bench, actually, or do we want... let's leave him there. I'd like to give him a debut at some point. Okay, so we can see the lineups here. Matty Taylor is their manager. Now, that's surely not a permanent... person, is it? Anyway, I've never seen him manage before in the Premier League. Alright, so what do we say to this? Go out there, put on a worthy display. I can just about get on board with that. I think we can just about write off the Manchester United game. Given the circumstances so much as anything, right in the middle of the festive fixtures. I think it was the best. Let me know if you guys think it was the right thing to do. If we win this game, then I think it was 100% the right thing to do. Just try and make sure we get 6 points out of those festive fixtures. And if we'd taken anything out of the Manchester game, it would have been a bonus. But yeah, I mean, 3 games in 5 days is... We couldn't have played our strongest team in all 3 games. We just couldn't have done it. So... I think I did the right thing, but obviously the proof will be in the pudding here. If we win this one, then I'll say yes, and if we don't, then maybe maybe hasn't done quite as I would have liked. Here we go, Belyasov. Can he get across into the box? Razzini is lurking. Brummer's getting forward. It's towards Razzini. Headed away. Cook has it. He has been in great goal-scoring form recently. Jabing there for Brummer. Oliver Brummer. He gets it past the goalkeeper, and 12 minutes of the game gone, and we are 1-0 up. Oliver Brummer continues to have a really, really good season for us as well. And, well, the final third of the team, we are really beginning to click. Eduardo Jabing there for Brummer. And, well, goalkeeper, looks like he may have got a hand to it. But, yeah, when we get those passes flowing like that in the final third, we can look quite good, which is wonderful, wonderful to see. Away from home, of course, he now got another corner to defend. Can we get this one away? We can. Samare at the near post. He goes out to try and close down the second ball as well. A little bit too much space there, perhaps, but it is only a centre-back, and Rooks has left his man. And I don't know who Martin Ferguson is, but he's equalised almost immediately. We might need to do a little bit of work on defending free kicks and corners. A lot of space. I mean, it's a centre-back, so I'm not necessarily concerned about that, but yeah, Rooks perhaps showing there that he's not quite the finished product for us. And ideally he wouldn't be playing this game anyway. How close was it to offside? No, he's a mile on. Yeah, like ideally I said he wouldn't be playing this game in any case, but here we are. Belyasov brings it down nicely, goes back to Bevquart, and can we build from the back and go? Lots of space there for Eduardo. Looks for Razzini. Can't find him. We'll pick up the clearance, though, and we go forward again. Eduardo. Can he get across in? He goes there for Rooks. Can he make up for his mistake? Eduardo. Good ball for Razzini. Back to Rooks. Can he get a better ball in this time? He goes there for Eduardo. Nice ball. Near post. Brummer. It's blocked away. It's cleared. Hacked clear. And the pressure stays on as Rooks wins the header. And still, we have possession. But the highlight, unfortunately for us, comes to an end. Here we go, another highlight. Belyasov with a throw. Looking for Razzini. Flick on to down to Samare. Cook. It's forward for Razzini. Jabing. Eduardo. Oh, he smashes it in. How about Jabing there? So unselfish. Lays it off. Eduardo gets, I think, only his second goal. Doesn't get too many. He sets up an absolute ton of them. Doesn't get too many himself. So nice to see him getting himself on the score sheet. But this is what I say about the final third. When we get going in the final third, it's beautiful to watch. Goalkeeper, again, will want to have a second chance at that, I think. But wonderful stuff. I've hit praise just as we have a corner to defend. Can we please get this one away? We can. We do look better, don't we? With this first choice team in there. Bevquart claims that. Bit of a save for the cameras. Throws it out to Eduardo. He gets it wide for Belyasov. He is beginning to look like what I thought we were signing Belyasov. It's there for Jabing. Jabing goes past one, squares it for Razzini. Second chance, third chance, and Brummer at the third attempt. Gets his 8th of the season. It's 3-1 now. And, well, this is starting to go quite well for us, isn't it? Belyasov did well. Just couldn't quite. Oh, no, he did quite well, actually. Razzini won 2 attempts. Block the clearance. It fell to Brummer. Maybe a little bit of luck there for us, but you earn that luck sometimes, don't you? And that is, that is 3-1. Now, can we go on with this like we did against West Ham and really put them to the sword? We'll give them some praise coming into half-time. And, yeah, the first 11 is really, really starting to look good. That Europa League squad, that's the biggest test they've had. I wouldn't say they looked particularly poor. Capable of better, capable of better. We should always be aiming to be better, boys. Yeah, I mean, that was the biggest test that Europa League squad had, and yeah, like I'll look at it back when I edit. Sometimes when I watch it back, it's like, oh, that actually wasn't as bad as I thought. Oh, that was much worse than I thought it was at the time. But it certainly felt as though they dominated that game, and we had a threat on the break. Here we go with Razzini. Not quite. And was he onside? He may have been just off. Whereas this game just feels like, you know, we could, every time there's a highlight, it could be us about to stick the ball in the back of the net. You may have noticed the next game is the Cup game against Derby County. My plan for that is we'll go with the Europa League squad again. Basically because this team, that I think will be then 4 games in about 7 or 8 days. So we just can't. we'll kill the first team if we try and play them all the time. Derby are a championship team. You would imagine, or you would certainly hope, that the Europa League team, should be able to get a result there. We'll give Del Prato a game in that. That'll be his return game to get some match sharpness back into him. And yeah, we'll just kind of see how that goes. But I'll do that off camera. We'll take the FA Cup. As I said, I want to win the FA Cup. We'll start and take that more seriously in terms of showing it if we get a sort of a bigger tie, or when we get to sort of quarter-final stages, should we be so lucky as to get that far. He's got a long way, and well, Bevaquar and Belyasov maybe need to have a bit of a conversation about you know, someone's got to go and get that ball. And we've seen this before from us. Suddenly, with about 15 minutes to play, a game that we've dominated is slightly nervy again. Let's try a demand more. We've got a corner here. Cross comes in. It's headed away. Something's gone a little bit wrong there because there was no one at the edge of the area. We're not going to go and throw this away, are we, boys? Lo Celso. And we have thrown it away, and it's 3-3. All right, let's get Cook off for McCrory. Samare, you can go off for Clarkson. And we've fallen asleep, haven't we? Let's encourage them. Come on, boys. Can we go and get... we're not going to go and lose it, are we? Ball in. McCrory heads it clear. Jabing has it. Keeps it in nicely. Gets it forward for Razzini. He's been a little bit quiet, Razzini, hasn't he? Brummer's been the star of this one, I think. Cross comes in. There it is. Oh, it's down. And cleared away. Rivas picks it up. Rooks was in a little bit of space. He goes forward for Clarkson, for Jabing. Razzini. Razzini for Brummer. It's back. Oh, looking for Razzini. Can't quite pick it up, but Rivas keeps possession for us. Here we go, Razzini. Brummer. It's a wonderful little layoff pass. And Brummer can't quite finish the hat-trick. Eduardo with the corner. Can we get one of the big boys on the end of this? Razzini's at the near post. So is Rivas. Razzini's there, and Razzini over the bar. Oh, this is a really, really frustrating one, isn't it? We should have won this game. We had it won. We did win it, and then we went and lost it. Look at that XG. How have we not won that game? I mean, you have to say unlucky, I think, don't you? We were the better team there. So, a strange one there, an absolutely stunning performance, and we only managed to take a point. But Tottenham, well, they're not a great side, are they? And we're now in a three-way tie for that Champions League spot, which isn't ideal. And really, it was a game at 3-1 that we should have gone on and absolutely smashed them to pieces. We should have done a West Ham and put 5 or 6 past them. Brummer did quite well. He is really starting to find his feet, which is good. And yeah, we'll go away, we'll do some defensive training, and we'll hope that we don't have to see that again. But guys, that is it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. And yeah, that's... Well, the good news is there's a little bit of a drop off there to go outside of Europe. So we should be in Europe next season, but we've got to have bigger expectations than that. We want to be back in that Champions League, don't we? So I think what we'll do is we'll play through the majority of the January window. And what if we come back for, say, I mean, there's some very soft fixtures. There's going to be an FA Cup tie. So what if we come back for either, if we get through the FA Cup, what if we come back for somewhere at the end of the month, whether it be Newcastle, Leicester, Newcastle Cup tie, somewhere around there anyway. We'll see, where we end up. But so that's it for today, guys. Until then, I've been Aussie, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.